War Thunder is a very popular video game. Click the link in my bio. Many people play it online together. In this game, you can control different fighting vehicles. These include planes, tanks, and ships. The game has vehicles from a long time ago, like before World War I for ships. It also has very new vehicles from today. A lot of the game focuses on big wars like World War II. It also includes the Vietnam War and the Cold War. Players can fight in big battles using these machines. The main idea is to work with your team to win against the other team. It's known for showing these vehicles in a very detailed way. The game was made by a company called Gaijin Entertainment. They started making it in the year 2009. At first, the game had a different name. It was called. They changed the name to later on. This was to stop people from mixing it up with another game called Gaijin Entertainment. Both developed the game and published it. This means they made the game and also helped sell it. The company has continued to add new things to the game over many years, making it bigger and more complex for its dedicated player base. War Thunder was first available for people to try in November 2012. This was an open beta, meaning many players could test it. Then it had a big release all over the world in January 2013. The game was officially and fully released a few years later. This official date was December 21st, 2016. Since then, many updates have come out. These updates add new vehicles, maps, and game features. This long period of development and updates shows the company's commitment to the game. It has grown a lot from its first version. You can play War Thunder on many different machines. It works on computers using Microsoft Windows, macOS, or Linux. People who like game consoles can play it too. It is on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It is also on Xbox One and Xbox Series XS. If you have special virtual reality equipment like Oculus or Vive, you can use that too. In 2023, a special version for phones came out. This is called, and sometimes, it is for Android and iOS phones, letting people play on the go, which expanded its reach even further. In War Thunder, players get to control many types of fighting vehicles. You can fly different kinds of aircraft. These include fixed-wing airplanes like fighters and bombers. You can also fly helicopters. If you like ground combat, you can drive many kinds of ground vehicles. These are mostly tanks, but there are other armored vehicles too. For sea battles, there are warships. The game divides these into blue water fleet ships, which are big ships like destroyers and cruisers. There are also coastal fleet ships, which are smaller and faster boats. Each vehicle is designed to look and work like the real thing. The game has different ways to play, called game modes. There is an arcade mode. This mode is easier and faster, with simpler controls. Then there is realistic mode. This mode makes the game harder. Vehicles move more like they do in real life, and spotting enemies is more challenging. The hardest mode is simulator mode. In this mode, you often play from inside the vehicle, and the controls are very complex. There are also game modes where you play alone. You can fight in historical battles based on real events, or you can play with friends against computer-controlled enemies in a co-op survival mode, trying to last as long as possible. War Thunder has a huge number of players. By November 1st, 2022, the game had more than 70 million people registered to play. This was across all the different platforms it is on. At that time, there were often 160,000 people playing the game all at the same time. The number of players has continued to grow. In February 2024, War Thunder reached a new high. Over 250,000 players were online and playing at the same moment. This shows how popular the game still is, many years after it first came out, attracting new generations of players to its detailed combat. The game often has special events. For April Fool's Day in 2024, they had an event called Mad Thunder. This event had special vehicles that looked like they were from the Mad Max movies. These vehicles were partly based on another game by Gaijin called. Players had to find materials to make their fighting vehicles better. For April Fool's Day in 2025, the game introduced vehicles from World War I. Click the link in my bio. Players could use Triple Entente and Central Powers factions. There was a new map, and players could get these WI vehicles. Click the link in my bio. This 2025 event was a hint for Gaijin's next game, focusing on early air combat. Some people use War Thunder for more than just fun. The National Military College of Argentina has reportedly used the game. They were said to be using it as a military simulator in 2022 and again in 2024. This suggests that the game is realistic enough to help with some kinds of training, because the vehicles in War Thunder are made to be very detailed and act like real ones. It can teach players about how they might work. This level of detail is a key part of why some military groups might find it useful for introductory purposes, giving a basic understanding of vehicle capabilities and tactical situations. There have been stories where game knowledge seemed to help in real war. In January 2024, a news story talked about a Ukrainian soldier. His name was Serhiy, and he was a gunner in an M2 Bradley fighting vehicle. He reportedly destroyed a Russian T-90M tank. He did this by shooting at weak spots on the tank. The story said he learned about these weak spots from playing video games. Many people thought this game was War Thunder because it shows armor details very well. Similarly, in May 2025, a drone operator from New Zealand named Cass reportedly destroyed a T-72 tank. He said he knew where to hit it because of his experience playing War Thunder and its realistic tank armor models. A very unusual thing about War Thunder is players sharing secret military documents. This has happened many times. Players sometimes post classified information on the game's forums. They usually do this during arguments about how realistic a vehicle is in the game. For example, in August 2023, someone posted a restricted flight manual for the Eurofighter Typhoon DA-7. In September 2023, another user shared pages from a manual for the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk. More recently, in July 2024, a user posted classified technical manuals for Russian tanks like the T-90M. Gaijin Entertainment says they always remove these posts and warn users. They also say their game developers never see the secret information. Besides the document leaks, War Thunder has faced other arguments. In May 2023, many players got angry about changes to the game's economy. They felt it was harder to earn rewards and things cost more. So, they gave the game bad reviews online, an action called review bombing. Gaijin listened to the players. They changed back the economy updates and said sorry. They also promised to make the game's economy better by midsummer 2023. In another case, in January 2021, Gaijin was criticized. This was because War Thunder ads appeared in a YouTube video from a channel supporting pro-Russian separatists in Donbas, Ukraine. Gaijin said they do not give political support, and their advertising company removed the ad. The game is famous for how detailed its vehicles are. This focus on realism is a big reason why players like it. It is also why the classified document leaks happen. Players want the game to be perfectly accurate, so if they think a tank's armor or a plane's speed is wrong, some try to prove it with real documents. This dedication to detail means Gaijin's developers spend a lot of time researching vehicles. They use historical photos, blueprints, and manuals that are open to the public. This effort creates a very immersive experience for those who appreciate historical military technology. Players in War Thunder progress by unlocking new vehicles. Each country in the game, like the USA, Germany, or Russia, has a technology tree. You start with early vehicles and earn points by playing. These points let you research and buy better, more modern vehicles. Some smaller nations are also included. They might be sub-trees within a larger nation's tree, or they might have special premium vehicles. This system keeps players engaged for a long time. They always have a new plane, tank, or ship to work towards. It encourages players to try different nations and vehicle types, expanding their knowledge of military history. War Thunder has won several awards. These awards show that many people think it's a good game. At the Gamescom 2013 awards, it won Best Simulation Game. This means judges thought it was the best game that copies real-life activities. Also in 2013, at the KRI Awards, which is a Russian game conference, War Thunder won many prizes. It won Best Game, Best Developer, Best Technology, and Best Sound. In 2019, it was one of the most played games on the Steam platform. It had over 25,000 people playing at the same time regularly, showing its lasting appeal to a large audience. In conclusion, War Thunder is a major name in online combat games. It offers a unique mix of detailed vehicle simulation and exciting multiplayer battles. Millions of players enjoy its vast collection of aircraft, tanks, and ships from many different eras. While it has faced controversies like the document leaks and economic debates, it continues to be very popular. The developers keep adding new content and events, keeping the game fresh. Its awards and large player numbers show its success. War Thunder has made a significant mark, blending history, technology, and intense gameplay for people all over the world.